Hello and welcome once again to Shared Moments with Justus. My name is Justus, and this week I'm in Ghana, Accra. And so I have pulled one of the greatest creators on the continent of Africa. He's Ghanaian. His name is Fred. Fred is not just a content creator, but is a storyteller, someone who is in charge of the conversations that happen, not just in Ghana, but in Africa. You know, telling the African story, the African way. Welcome, Fred.
Thank you.
Karibu sana, like we say it in Kenya. Karibu sana. Karibu is welcome.
Welcome. Asante.
And I understand you're actually coming to Kenya,
I'm
so
coming
you need to familiarize yourself with these things. Come on.
Yes. So when you say that, what do I say?
Karibu. You say asante.
Asante.
Yeah, that's good.
So I said it right.
Yeah, you said it right.
Man, guys, I'm already in Kenya, man. You know?
Oh, man. How about your energy is on another level?
You know what? In Ghana, we say Akwaba.
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 I've heard that.
So Akwaba to Ghana.
Akwaba to Ghana. Oh, man.
Then you respond, Medase.
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 Like Asante. Medase.
Ah, nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I love your energy.
Charlie.
You know, I've been watching some of the content that you create, and it's not just about storytelling, but even the passion. You know, there's so much that we can be able to see in your style of storytelling. And someone can actually tell that you're passionate and you believe in those things that you are sharing with the world. You know, what drives you? I mean, I'll give you an opportunity to introduce yourself properly, but I just want to know where you draw this energy from and the excitement of doing.
Trust me, my African people, we have the energy. Our vibe is always like this.
It's inbuilt.
It's inbuilt. It's coming from somewhere deep down within us. But you know, the Western media has marketed us in a wrong way. West Africa has been marketed to East Africa from like, oh, things are not right here. East Africa, like there's some conflict here and there in terms of what the Western media has portrayed of us as an African community.
Wow.
So what is driving my energy is the fact that I want to change that narrative. I want to represent my people. So I don't just go and film people, say something to the camera. I actually ask them, you know what, let's live the life that you live on the regular.
Yes.
So that is what keeps me going.
I saw you, you know, down in the middle of the road with the women, in the marketplace, in the rivers. Which place haven't you gone, my friend?
I mean, the only place I think I haven't been so far is Kenya. That's why I'm coming the next 2 weeks. Actually, next week, not next 2 weeks. You know, when we talk about Africa, once you hear that name Africa, there are a few countries that come to mind. Kenya do come to mind. South Africa, Nigeria, and then partially Egypt. But Egypt is not really. So I cannot be doing Africa without visiting my Kenyan brothers and sisters. I know how amazing my Kenyan people are. And but you know, storytelling for me, it's all about my people. I want to be the voice of the people, but I don't want to be the voice of the people in their absence. I want them to be part of my storytelling, so that they look at my camera and give the let that positive energy comes out and let them feel excited and make the viewers watching right now. They are laughing.
Maybe these guys don't even appreciate the kind of energy I'm talking about here. Let me just show you some few clips of this guy running up and down, and then you'll understand what I'm talking about. This guy is energy, my friend. Just watch this.
Show. Tu vas attaquer?
Ah, tu veux, hein?
How do you call the guinea fowl here?
Bang,
Bang.
yes.
Bang.
Bang,
Bang.
Look at my bang.
Bang.
Yes.
Mommy, everybody get out, yeah!
Yes.
Okay, so I should go this way.
Yes.
Should I sell the bread now or the bread is
The bed is still sleeping.
It's still sleeping, yeah?
I pray Kenyan people, my people. They are the Kenyan people. I think they are my people.
They are your people.
Yes.
We are one people.
We are one. I feel like Africa is always going to be one, despite the borders that these white folks create for us, those imaginary borders, I feel like it's nonsense.
Let's talk about the stories that you do.
Right.
I mean, where did this start from? What pushed you to this opportunity of sharing content of this nature on such a platform as YouTube and other places? How did it come about?
Right. So let's go back a little bit. My name is Frederick Dahe. I am a content creator and professionally I'm a cinematographer. I studied filmmaking in a film school in Ghana by the name of NAFTI and at the University of Legon or University of Ghana. And so after studying filmmaking for a while, like in school and those things, one thing that triggered me in school was African studies. Now, African studies, and there's this another course called African film aesthetics. It has to do with adding value and telling stories that bring value to society, right? And so film is a way of controlling society. If you look at how the Germans were able to get rid of someone like Hitler, right? They used media to get rid of him. You can literally put a negative text about me out there right now and everybody will hate me without even seeing me. So the same applies to if you create a positive image. If you come to the continent, we consume a lot of content, but we don't produce a lot of content. So what happens is our generation that is growing do not have content from the continent that can reform their thinking. So you have us speaking languages or eating certain food that we don't know, but because we saw it on the foreign media, we feel like that is what is good for us.
So we have left what ought to be our responsibility to external.
Exactly. Now we're focusing on these foreign things. I mean, it's good, but it's subjectively good. What we don't realize is ours is the best. And so I felt like I needed to bring what we have in our space onto the media space. And not just bringing it with any kind of content, but being intentional about it. So I look at my background, I'm like, I'm a filmmaker. Why don't I bring my creativity here, my talent here, and then be intentional about my talent and creativity, and then combine all together and cook a good food for my African consumers. So that is how I started creating content for my people.
Wow.
Yes.
And because as we were sharing a while ago, you mentioned that you actually started by producing content for other creators.
Yes.
So you were more of a technical person for them.
Yes.
And so at what point perhaps did you then see there was need for you to not just be the technical person for the people who are creating the content, but be the content and the content creator? Really?
Right. This is a very important question. So I used to create for content creators, but these content creators, first of all, they are not Africans. They have all the subscribers, like you see some of them with 10 million subscribers, 12 million subscribers, and they had a very big community. But whenever they come to Africa, they want to project the negative image of the continent because those are the stories that people want to buy into, those are the stories that people want to sell. I remember once going to Ethiopia on my first trip out of Ghana, and when I got to Ethiopia, the content creator I went with, I'm not going to mention name, but he wanted me, Ethiopia, guns are common. And the guns there are not used for war. They are used to protect their cattle and just from wild beasts and animals and those things. And so he asked the parents, can I have the guns? Like, bring. He collected like 5 guns and asked the kids around him, hold this. And then he stood in the middle of them and he asked me, I should take pictures of them. And I asked him, why do you want to do that? These people have been literally nice to us. Why do you want us to come here and take a picture like this? And then you sell it to National Geography and tell the people that Africans are employing child soldiers and it's all about poverty and war and starvation. No. You've come here, these people have fed you, they've given you a hotel, they've given you the biggest discount. It's very ungrateful. And we had a very back and forth argument here and there. And so I told him I wasn't going to take the picture, and I insisted I won't take the picture, and I didn't take it. So immediately after that, we returned from our trip, and we were supposed to go to South Sudan, another place. We didn't even go. I came right back. So when I got to Ghana, I realized that, what? I have the talent, I have the skill, I have the look. I'm not ugly. So my Kenyan people, please tell me, am I ugly? No, but...
All right. Moving on swiftly.
So why don't I come in front of the camera and then control this narrative? So when I got there, like when I got back, I tried the first video. It was meat video and those stuff. So I asked, like, I did a video with the women, the people, and after I did it, everyone like, we love your energy, we love the story, we love how you're part of it and those things. I'm like, I should be the voice of my people and say no more should these people take advantage of us. And ever since then, I started creating, and I am still creating. I will forever continue to create.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. You see, you played a role of a gatekeeper, safeguarding what you believed, was a truth that was being distorted.
I mean, this might sound cliche, but when I was growing up, and even throughout school, if you look at subjects that I did perform in, I performed in social studies and African studies, because deep down within me, that is where passion comes from, right? I went to bed every now and then and saw myself dreaming about speeches of Kwame Nkrumah. Whenever I hear people like Nelson Mandela, other powerful African leaders speak, I want to listen. I want to grab all those things. So there was a part of me, or there has always been a part of me that tells me that I'm going to be like these people. But then I'm a shy person. I also didn't see how it was going to happen. So when this opportunity of filmmaking started, I told myself that I am going to create films for the Africans, by the Africans, and consumed by we ourselves. And so that was how I started coming up with these concepts. But every person I try to engage in to be the face of my production they had their own intention. And so because I'm a very intentional person, I said, no one can tell your story better than you. And that was how I started creating. And so it's a gradual process. That particular day when the stuff happened, it was just like, I've gotten up to this place. I'm done. I'm going.
I mean, we've just shown a mashup of some of the things that you do. But really, what kind of stories do you tell?
I tell powerful, engaging, and life-transforming stories. I'll tell you a story of that beautiful mother over there who you think she is poor, but deep down within her, what she has is diamond. If you see her frying ugali, cooking, is it ugali? Ugali.
There you
or
go.
nyamachoma.
There you go. I see you've done your homework.
She is by the roadside. She doesn't have the money to live in the most expensive house, what we call riches, but that lady has something called happiness, which your money can never buy.
Contentment.
She's very content. She's taking her, whatever little things that she's getting out of it, she blesses her children every day and sends them to school. And so those things are they just add up. I don't want to be I don't want to be emotional about this.
I hear you.
So my content, I try to make everyone understand that riches is very subjective. We are all different and unique in our own ways. Everyone cannot ride a Lamborghini, and everyone cannot live in a penthouse. Someone living down there, trust me, the Matatu, is it Matatu? Matatu. If the Matatu driver doesn't drive the Matatu, the person who you go to buy your tomato from or your vegetable from, if that person doesn't come to work, you don't eat. And so everyone has a value. And everyone is content. They are content with what they are doing, and that is why you think you are rich. But if they stop, your money can never buy you any, because you even get it to buy. It will be scarce. So for me, it's about appreciating everyone and making that whole vibe of, we got this. As Africans, we can do this.
I love it that more young people are actually taking up the initiative to be the change that they want to see. And for you, having been in the industry for quite a bit now, telling stories, especially the authentic African story, what stands out for you? What is that one story perhaps that you can say, when you think about it, you're proud of your work, you're proud of yourself?
Every story I tell is unique. Every story I tell every day, it's different because it's a new mother, it's a new family. And so it's unique in its way. However, what is unique in my story, because it's consistent, it runs throughout, is the fact that my characters in the stories are positive driven people. And the viewers at the end of the day leave my cinema. It could be a home, it could be the theater, but you leave watching my content happy. You leave watching my content
optimistic,
mentally transformed. You're optimistic about life, and so it drives your whole direction of life towards a new direction.
Yeah.
People do watch your content, and I try to empower local businesses, right? You'll be surprised that the people who live in the luxurious, so-called luxurious apartment, call the local people. Oh, I saw that you did a vegetable oil. You did XYZ. Can I get some? So now I'm creating a community,
network,
for everyone.
Community.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Great. This is amazing, man. So Kenya it is, right?
Kenya, my people, my people.
I don't know if you guys will be able to handle the energy.
Oh, I'm sure they will be able to handle me. Yeah, they will definitely be able to handle me.
Well, I'm here in Ghana because we are part of the YouTube community, and people who are trying to influence some of these narratives, as content creators. How has it been for you, being on YouTube? Are you on YouTube on full time, or the other things you're doing? And as a content creator, is it worth your time?
I'm on YouTube for two purposes. I'm on YouTube to tell people's story, and I'm also on YouTube to create a portfolio for my work. I am a cinematographer by profession, so on a full-time basis, I freelance and I sell digital stock content. So whilst I'm traveling, I try to create stocks that I sell to people. So if you want to buy stock, or if you need stock of places that you've never been to before, or this happy energy, you can come on. I will share with you. There's always a little fee to pay to appreciate. Yeah. But every little money that comes out of this, this is the most important part for me. Every little money I make out of YouTube money, the stock footages I sell, I take this money back to the communities, either build something for them, draw a borehole, or empower them in a way, and then help them to grow. Because if they grow, I grow, right? If they grow and they have children who are no longer on the street, I'm safe to drive my car anywhere. And I know that Africa is the best place for me. It's already the best, but it's even more better. Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Fred.
Yes, my brother.
There's so much to talk about.
I know.
But let me allow you to, save some for Kenya.
I know.
Yeah. But honestly, it's been such a vibe, and I'm grateful that I met you on this.
Hold on a second, guys. You are grateful, and you are just saying, "I'm grateful."
I mean,
if you are grateful, you met me. Say,
yeah. Oh man, the things you make me do. I'm hardly on this side of the production, so I'm used to being on the other side.
Today, your viewers don't care. Today, the viewers are all joining us to say yeah, so they don't care.
Yeah. So, tell us how we can find your work on YouTube or any other social media handle that you have.
All right. So I'm actually wearing my T-shirt right now. Fred Dahe is my YouTube name. This is the QR code. So those of you who are watching the screen right now, you can just scan and you watch it. It will take you straight to my channel. But yes. Once you visit the channel, and I'm sure you leave the name in the description box below.
Yes.
The name is Fred Dahe. So once you come there, please, I don't force people to subscribe. The energy should drive you to subscribe. Because if you come and you are not led to subscribe, but because I beg you to subscribe, you come with negative energy. I want to empower people. I want people to
make a conscious.
Yes. So come watch the content. You are free to subscribe. And you are also free to walk away without subscribing. It won't cost you anything, but I will urge you to subscribe and grow with the family. And subscribe to his channel as well. Continue to share his content. Yes.
Great.
When he grows, I grow.
So, finally.
Yes.
Finally, right?
Are you sure this is going to be final?
Because we've been mentioning that you're coming to Kenya.
Yes.
What are you coming to Kenya for?
I don't have a plan. That's the interesting part. I want to see Kenya. I want to explore Kenya, but I don't have a plan.
That's a plan.
That's a plan?
Yeah.
Okay. My Kenya people, be ready to show me Kenya.
Oh man, thank you so much for your time.
My brother, my brother, brother.
This guy, I told you the energy, I can't match, but I mean, I've tried, right? So unfortunately, we have to stop somewhere. Not to say that we have exhausted our conversation. No, we have so much to talk about.
We'll continue in Nairobi.
And so that's why we're inviting you to follow Fred on his platform on YouTube as Fred
Dahe.
Dahe.
Yeah, Dahe.
And shared moments with Justus. We have so much to talk about. We have so much to do. The influence that you have, I don't. So don't ever despise your beginnings. So in your small circle, do the much that you can to be able to make a difference. And once we all do that, the world will be a better place. That's all we've had time for, my friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Peace.